So, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Sunday. We're so glad you're joining us again for the second week of religious school. We're going to begin our tefillah workshop this week with Hatikva. We're going to ask you to rise. We're going to make sure that everyone has their tefillah workshop book. And once again, if you didn't have the right one last week or you don't have the right one this week, we realize that a very few number of people got the old version of the book. Just let us know and we'll send you out. We'll send you out a new one, lickety splickety. Yes. So let's rise together. Let's face the Nagel Yisrael if you have one, or just think about the Israeli flag as we join together on page 1.
Page 1? That's my favorite page.
My favorite too, for Hatikva.
Kol od balevav
Penima
nefesh Yehudi homiha ufatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion etzofliha od lov God tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot alpayim להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים.
You could be seated for just a moment because the Torah portion of the week is Bereshit.
Bereshit.
In the beginning. And if you're following along in your religious school reference and resource guide, we are on page 6.
Page 6.
That's my favorite of page 6. And in this week of the Parashat, God creates the world and rests on the seventh day, having the very first Shabbat. So this is a wonderful Parsha. It tells us about the origins of Shabbat and the origins of the world according to Judaism. But some people might ask, Rabbi, Cantor, I didn't see anything about the dinosaurs in the portion. Did you see that, Cantor?
I mean, it sort of depends on how you read it.
There is. There's a little bit of a mention of the dinosaurs, isn't there?
Is there?
There is. We hear about Levi the Leviathan,
Ah.
right? The great sea serpents of old. Levi the Leviathan, we know, is whose pet, Cantor?
God's pet.
That's right, God's pet.
Like from your sermon during the high holidays.
It is from my sermon during the high holidays. I don't remember that, but yes. So it's a wonderful time when we're thinking about the Garden of Eden to think about our pets. Because next week, when we read the Parashat Noah, we're going to have our animal blessing. So we're thinking this week about the creation of all animals in the world and God's pet and our pets, and then next week we get to celebrate them. So it's a wonderful thing about the beginnings. So I want you just to think for 10 seconds about a new beginning, something new you want to do this year. Tell someone in your house right now. Cantor, what do you want to do new this year?
More plants.
You want to grow more plants?
Grow more plants.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm going to learn another instrument this year.
You already know, like, all the instruments.
That's what my newness is. I haven't figured out which one yet.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes, cool. I was thinking more like
I think your family would kill me.
didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo. I've played the didgeridoo. It's tricky.
It is tricky. I appreciate that. All right. Look up a didgeridoo. It's the world's largest kazoo. All right? But while we are stopped here, let's talk about the Hebrew word of the day. We're already talking about our pets.
Hebrew words.
Which the Hebrew word, and here it is. The Hebrew word of the day in English is dog.
Dog.
And in Hebrew it's kelev.
Kelev.
Everyone say kelev.
Kelev.
Everyone say dog.
Dog.
And the way we remember that is the quick sprinkle left the dog wet. So it's
Cleft. Right.
The dog wet. So sprinkle left, left the dog wet. So we remember that kelev is
dog.
How do you say dog in Hebrew?
Kelev.
How do you say kelev in English?
Dog.
Excellent. We're all ready from the beginning. We're all ready for our pets next week. And now let us get ready to pray. Let's rise together as we turn to page 3.
Page 3?
Page 3, that's my favorite. Let's turn to page 3 for the call to worship. Baruch Hu. Right.
Right. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Everybody. Baruch. And then we're back up.
Excellent work. We're all ready to pray. We know about the Torah of the week. We're praying to God, and how many? God is there. There's one God, so let me hear you hold up your finger. And let's say the Shema together. Page 4. Good job, everyone. You can be seated for a moment, because it's time for our Amidah moment. And the Amidah of the week is, anybody know? Say it if you know it. Dibuch Havarim.
Dibuch Havarim.
Cleaving to friends. Now, that means that Judaism believes it's good for you to have friends, and it's good for you to be a good friend. And there's certain things There's certain things that make you a good friend as opposed to just an okay friend or chas v'shalom, a bad friend. We don't want that at all. We don't want to be a bad friend. We just don't want to be a friend. We want to try to be a good friend to everyone we meet.
Realistically speaking, it's probably easier to be a really, really good friend to a relatively small number of people, but everybody's got their own level of social energy.
That is correct.
I'm an introvert, so.
It's okay to have acquaintances.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have people who are maybe not in your friend circle. But if you call someone a friend, it comes with certain responsibilities and obligations.
Right. And if somebody's a bad friend to you, that doesn't mean that you're obligated to keep trying to be a good friend to them.
Excellent point, Cantor. Excellent point indeed. Well, today we're going to rise together as we practice the Amidah and the introduction to the Amidah, which can be found on page 6.
My favorite.
Page 6. So let's indeed rise together. And we're gonna do an introduction that may be a little bit new to some of you.
When we continue with the Avot, remember when we say the Baruch Atah Adonai at the beginning of the Avot and at the bottom of the page at the end of the Avot, we bend our knees, bow over, and then stand back up. So, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei Hakol, V'zocher chasdei avot ve'imahot U'mevii ge'ula livnei v'neihem Lema'an shemo be'ahava Melech ozer Moshia u'magen. Get ready. Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Excellent work, everyone.
Nice.
Excellent work. Next week, we will try the second part of the Amidah. That's called the Givurot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Excellent. So, it's now time for our closing song. I think we're going to do a little Wimwe.
So, Hine Matov, Wimwe.
Hine Matov, page 12.
Page 12 is my favorite, yeah.
right, weem away. Can you be ready for the high part?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I am. We'll try it anyway. Sunday, 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 happy Sunday, everyone! We're so glad you're with us. We'll see you next week.